Are you ready to stop getting ghosted after your discovery calls? In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips to severely decrease your chances of getting ghosted after a discovery call so that you can get your people to stop saying no to your program and finally start booking them in. So if you see me looking over here, it's just because I have my notes. I don't want to leave any goodness out for you guys. So number 1, and this is arguably the most important step in any sale that you are going to make in your coaching business. Make sure there's a strong relationship foundation there. Now, this does not mean, I should say, a couple back and forths in the DMs. This means value is your friend. Make sure that you are serving your person that you are getting on a discovery call with. You know they like you. You know they trust you. You know that you have served them. You have given away some goodness there. Give away your best stuff for free. That is okay. You have given them value. Now it's the time to sell. The biggest block that I see when I sit down with my one-on-one clients and we look through their past sales, discovery calls, and what did not go well, there's no relationship foundation there, right? Maybe somebody applies to your group program or your program or whatever it is. You hop on a discovery call. What's missing in between the application and scheduling that call is a couple voice notes back and forth. 1, to make sure that it feels aligned before you hop on that call, but 2, so that you can give them some value. Really plant the seed there where that person's very excited to show up, because it sucks to get ghosted after a discovery call, but it really sucks when the person doesn't even show up. So make sure that you are serving before you sell. There's a time to serve, there's a time to sell, but value is your friend. The more you serve your people, the more likely they are to buy from you. And there's an art in doing that, and I have other videos on that, but really focus on the value there. Number 2, only get on discovery calls with people that you know you can help. Do not leave your calendar open for anyone to book time with. And that is a controversial thing in the sales world. Don't do it, because this isn't like corporate sales. It's not always be closing ABC if you've heard that coming from 9 to 5 sales. It's about making sure that the person on the other end of the Zoom call is really aligned with you. You are aligned with them. They are the perfect fit for your program, because you will make so much more money knowing that they're a perfect fit for your program. And here's why. 1, they're going to get the result that you promise, right? They're going to walk away with the tangible end result that you're delivering, which means they're going to be really happy, which means that then you invite them into your referral program where you give them a little kickback if they send business your way. They shout you from the rooftops because they're so excited. So when their friends book you, you give them a little kickback, right, for the introduction there. You're making more money there, and you get very solid social proof and a really good testimonial. It does wonders for you. So don't always be closing. Don't take anyone who's willing to throw their wallet at you. Be very specific with whom you accept into your programs so that you can scale that person. You will make a lot more money that way. Last thing you want is for someone to be midway through your program and ask for their money back or stop paying their payment plan or anything like that. You avoid that through making sure they are a great fit for you. And take that a step further. Don't hop on a call with them unless you know. And of course, you're not able to fully narrow down if they're the best fit for you before a discovery call, but do your due diligence. Read through their content, right? Read through what they have available for you to read through. Get a sense of their energy. Does it feel good, right? Have them fill out a questionnaire. How did their responses look? Do your due diligence, because if you know who you're getting on a discovery call with and you are excited about it and you know you can help them, you know they are the perfect fit for you, and it's just a matter of kind of going back and forth on logistics and price and so forth, your energy will sell that for you. Your energy is going to be 10 out of 10 there. And if it's not, even if you don't consciously realize that your energy is not all there, the person on the other end of the Zoom does, unfortunately. And that's usually a dead deal for you. Number 3, make sure that you're maintaining control of the conversation the entire time. This does not mean alpha dominating male energy at all. It simply just means let's keep this conversation on track. And here's how you do that. And I have a really good video on this in my Aligned Sales Tips playlist for you guys to see this in further depth. If it's interesting to you, I highly recommend. Upfront contract. What that means is when you get on the discovery call with the person who you know you can help, you have a relationship with, you serve them. You shoot the breeze for a little bit in the beginning. How are you? Yada, yada. And then it's, I'm so excited to talk to you. And I'm going to preface, this isn't for you to steal my words here. This is not a script. Say this in your own way, because then it's going to come naturally to you. But like, I'm so excited to chat with you. I can't wait. Obviously, we've been talking so much in the DMs. I can't wait to navigate through everything. So first things first is I want to hear what you're struggling with, even though we've talked about it in DMs, but I really want to hear it in depth from you in person, right? And then I really want to hear what you think the solution is. Because what this does, one, you get incredible market research from her pains, and you get to determine if she's a good fit for you. And then what she says, or he or she says, in terms of what they feel the best solution is, that could give you ideas of what they're looking for. Maybe right now you just have one-on-one. They say a group program. Maybe it's time for you to start a group program, right? So what are your pains? What do you feel the solution is, right? What do you feel that you need to really move forward here? What support are you looking for? And if all of that aligns with XYZ program of mine or what I have to offer, I'll suggest that at the end, and we can dive through details, logistics, price, and so forth, and then we'll go from there. How does that sound? Ask their permission. Every single sales conversation should be consensual. Do not get somebody on a Zoom call for a coffee chat if you plan on selling them. It is a discovery call or a sales call. Call it like it is. So obviously the expectations are managed, but ask them how that sounds. Are you okay with the flow of this conversation for the next 30 minutes? Almost every single time they're going to say yes. Awesome. They just gave you permission to maintain control of the conversation. Because if that conversation goes off on a different track, you're able to bring it back now because you've managed expectations. So you just say, you know what? Why don't we talk about this in DMs? Because I'd love to talk to you about this, but I want to get this back on track just to finalize here, make sure that you're aligned with my program so that I can tell you about that if it makes sense, right? Because that's what we're here for. It just gives you permission to do that. It also makes it a million times easier to then pitch, which it's not a pitch, suggest your program. A lot of people get nervous of, I have to pitch myself. No, it's like you're talking to a friend. You're just suggesting how you can help them. But it takes away the awkwardness of just jumping in with that because now their expectations are managed. It makes it flow so much easier. Number 4, use your gut. Like if you're feeling like the energy's off there, they're not really into it, ask them. Like that's okay to just pause and say like, how is this sounding to you? Because if this doesn't sound good, like that's okay. I'd love to hash that out now. That's okay. People will respect that. Or they may just say, no, this sounds wonderful. I'm just taking it all in, right? Read their energy and really use your gut. Lean on your intuition and don't hesitate to just pause and say, is this okay? Like, how does this sound for you? Because it sounded, for me, it sounded like you're really aligned for this. But if this isn't really resonating, like, I'd love for you to just let me know. Like, I certainly don't want to waste your time at all. People really respect that. 1, it shows confidence. And 2, it's bringing something to light so you're not wasting either of your time, right? Maybe it's not feeling good and they're really nervous to say no, and you set that up for them. You do not want somebody in your program who is second guessing. I always tell my clients, it's either a hell yes or a hell no. And if you've been on a discovery call with me, I've said that to you. I either want you 110% in or now is not the best time for you. And that shows I'm not desperate for their money. I'm not leading with just pay me, we'll figure it out afterwards. It's, are you going to be a good fit? Am I going to be a good fit for you? It has to be 110% yes across the board from me and from you to make this a really good partnership. Because I know they're going to put in the results. They will not be asking for their money back. We're going to work very well together, and they're likely going to refer me and write a great testimonial because I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they walk away with their result. It's It's very powerful. So number 5 here, the last one, is have a strong follow-up method that's consensual. This is the biggest thing to not get ghosted, and just the icing on the cake or the cherry on top, whatever you'd like to say, to all of this, right? People will ghost you. They won't ghost you if there's a good relationship, because they don't want to, they want to maintain that friendship. They want to maintain that relationship. But if there's really nothing there, if you haven't really given them anything, they don't care about ghosting you. They don't care about your feelings. That's why you want to have that relationship there. But more importantly, and once you add in the other factors we just talked about, have them agree to the follow-up method. I'm going to explain what this looks like in a second, because then you have permission to hold their hand to the fire. For example, on my discovery calls, I do not ask for an answer. If they are aligned with any of the services that they're inquiring with or that I'm offering, whether it's my group program, one-on-one, what have you, and they're a good fit, I tell them about it. We go back and forth. I share the logistics, I share the price, and I really sell the transformation. I use the words that they use to describe their pain as what they're going to walk away with. And then I pause after I say the price. It's X dollars. Even if we sit here just like that for 5 full seconds, I want to see a response from them. Most of the time say, okay, thank you for letting me know. And then I proceed. And what I say next is, I'm not looking for a yes or no from you, because I want this to feel like a hell yes. I want you to be 110% in. And here's why. Because I don't want you to say yes now, either out of fear because you're scared to tell me no, or slap happy excitement, right? And then in 3 days after you've paid your deposit, ask for your money back because you've made a mistake. I want you to sit with the decision. I want you to ask the universe for a sign if that's what resonates with you. Pray on it. Whatever resonates with you, meditate on it, journal, talk with your partner about it if that's what feels good to you. I want you to have the space to do that. But if you do go this route, here's where you're going to leave money on the table, by not having a solid follow-up. Because if I just said that, okay, I don't want a yes or no, and I'll follow up with you soon. I'll follow up with you in a couple days. Okay, bye. Where do you follow up? What day? What time? What method of communication? It's confusing. So then afterwards, what I personally say, and again, say this in a way that works for you if you want to give this a try, but I highly recommend, and I swear this is why I have a high closing rate, 85% on my discovery calls. That right there. I say, I want you to think on this, etc. When can I follow up with you? And then pause, right? 3 days, a week, next Monday, whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to follow up with you on Monday the 14th. Does Instagram DMs work okay? Because that's where we've been communicating. Yes, perfect. And how does 12 p.m. around lunchtime sound? Perfect. Great. And then I reiterate, I'm going to follow up with you Monday, March 14th at 12 p.m. in your Instagram DMs, and I will send you a voice note. Does that sound okay? Yes. Done. She knows that that's when I'm going to go right into her DMs. And if she does not answer me in 24 hours, I have permission to follow up, because that was a consensual agreement that we had there. We both agreed that's going to be the method of communication and the expectation. I'm going to follow up here so that I can get a yes or no from you to decide whether or not you'd like to move forward in my program. Expectations are managed. It's clear what's happening. And there's respect there. Not because I said, hey, this is what you can expect from me. It's, does that work for you as well? There's a mutual respect, and it shows integrity. That goes so far in any sales call because there's not a lot of it out there. So when you operate with integrity, when you serve, when you give value, right? When you treat your person with respect and not dominating and not shoving your program down their mouth, it's going to sit very well with them. And they're going to see what type of coach you are, right? Wow, if this is how she treats me on a discovery call, I can't imagine what it's going to be like working one-on-one with her, or joining her mastermind, or joining her group program, right? It's huge. It goes like integrity will take you the long way, whatever that saying is. Integrity will take you to the end. Respect, value, all of that. So there are 5 tips to really, really reduce your chances of getting ghosted on a discovery call, because especially after that last one, you can follow up strong. And to give you just one last tip here, the way that I follow up if I haven't heard after 24 hours is this. I'm sensing that this is not something that you'd like to move forward with, but as we talked about on our call, could you please give me a yes or no either way to please manage my expectations? People respond very well to that. It's respectful, yet firm and assertive, and you're holding their hand to the fire because you had a mutual agreement. People respond to that. So there you have it. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram and I will answer them for you.